Hi guys, Squirrel here, I'm back with another Eurotrick video, and yes, I'm on ProMods 2.1, yet again, ProMods 2.1 Early Access. So this won't be available. For what you're going to see today is probably not going to be available for a few weeks until 2.1 releases. This is currently a closed beta, but they've kindly let me show you this today. I'm going to go to Barcelona. I'm going to talk about Barcelona, what's been built here, because it's quite extraordinary what you're going to see. I'm going to go over there in my Scania 143M. I've repainted it. I've gone for this kind of, what would you call that? Kind of a turquoisey sea green, I guess? I'm not really sure how you describe that. Quite a nice metallic finish on it, though. I've also changed the engine slightly, so I've dropped down from the V8 intercooler to just a straight V8. But otherwise, they're both the original one that you saw on my previous video and this one are both 500 brake horsepower. The cargo on the back is an excavator, 26 tons. Unfortunately, I don't have a beacon because I've instead got this little red light. So there is that, and the trailer itself doesn't have a beacon. But let's get going, because it's not that far down to Barcelona. And then I want to show you around a little bit. Let's put the side lights on. Because, yeah, you're going to see some stuff here. You're going to see some very detailed scenery. Wow, this thing is heavy. Okay, there we go. 26 tons. I'm not sure if we're going to have to go over some steep terrain or not. Let me just show you where we are. I should have showed you where we are. We're in Narbonne here. And then, obviously, we've got to cross over the French-Spanish border. This is the Andes here, isn't it? So I guess we may find ourselves, maybe that bit there could be a bit hilly, but I think the majority of it, the majority of the mountainous terrain is here. So we're probably not so bad because we're going around the coast to Barcelona. Now, Barcelona is a place I've been to in real life. I was kind of hoping that they would put what do you call it? Oops, hang on. Nope, I knew I'd done that. I knew from the moment I made that turn I'd done that then. Cut that off. What's it called? This Sagrada Familia or something? The big unfinished church? I don't think it's a cathedral, I'm not sure. If you've ever seen Barcelona, you've probably seen the Familia. Sorry, I'm just struggling with the trailer for a second, trying to get the feel for it. Trying to get what feel for what gear we need to be into to get this thing up the hill. Yeah, that's not in there. Apparently they didn't have a model for it, and let's face it, it is pretty detailed, so it would have taken a long time just to model that thing on its own. So they didn't put that in there, but it does have an epic amount of detail in Barcelona. Incredible. Just everywhere you look is so much detail. There's a wonderful dockyard as well, like a cargo dock area, and it just looks amazing. But what I actually found completely mind-blowing about Barcelona itself was that it was done by one person. One person built the Barcelona map for ProMods, and it took this guy a year to do, which is, well, that's a labour of love, isn't it? I mean, what was the last project that you did that took you an entire year to do? Obviously this is not a paid for thing, so it's something he's done in his spare time. A year project in his spare time to build the whole of Barcelona. That gives you the idea of the amount of detail you're going to see today. It's early in the morning, the sun is shining. This is very, very different to the Iceland terrain that I showed you. So we should get there, hopefully in the afternoon. I don't think it's that many kilometres. 252 kilometres, so it shouldn't take us too long to get down there. A lot of it's going to be motorway as well, none of that nasty, icy, snowy terrain that we found ourselves bogged down in Iceland. But I tell you, some of the road networks around here can be pretty crazy, so watch out for that. We may end up on the wrong lane if I'm not careful. What's the speed limit? 90. Blimey, that's actually quite quick. Yeah, so hopefully I can lock in the cruise control fairly soon. I don't know if the Scania 143M had a cruise control on it. Given the era of the truck, from memory that's around about the time when cruise control was starting to make an appearance on cars, well certainly in the UK, but I honestly don't know when it made an appearance on trucks. Probably when they started to get something like OptiCruise or automatic gears, maybe that's when it started to come in. I kind of doubt that it was on the 143M. It's on this truck because obviously it's built into the game, so that's fine. But in realistic terms, I doubt that it had it. Okay, this way. That's fine. Just making sure the sat-nav is all good. So we're still in France at the moment. We're going to hit the French-Spanish border at some point. You'll see the crossing. And that should be... hopefully won't be tolls there, but I'm not sure. I do remember seeing a toll though, because it is French roads after all, and French roads are just a nightmare for tolls. I do remember seeing a French toll on the map on that curved bit, fairly near the crossing, so maybe they'll chuck a toll in just before we cross over into Spain. Wouldn't surprise me. You notice on the reflection on the dash as well, as you turn, sometimes the dash on this thing, the dashboard, the panels, the main instrumentation down there can become completely invisible. Like, you can't even read what speed you're doing because of the reflection off the sun. I don't know if you noticed it, there was a bit back there then when we made that turn where you could just, it just went white. It was crazy. Okay, let's have a look outside. So this should be existing ProMods 2.0 territory at this point, I believe. It's kind of hard to keep track of what's in 2.0 now and what's in 2.1. This is the second build of 2.1 that I've had. Some of the other stuff they added was they rebuilt a lot of the roads in southern Germany. So around Nuremberg, that kind of area is completely rebuilt. There's also new stuff up in Lithuania. New cities up there. There's some new cities in... There's another nice road actually that I could show you in the northern part of Sweden. There's a road that links around into Finland, and that is all a brand new road, and that's quite scenic as well. So I may show you another video on that, because that's quite a nice drive along that coast. Funnily enough, some of the best roads that you find are coastal roads. No, let me over. I don't want to be with the AI merging. You can see the mountains in the distance though. Looks like we're going to switch. What's going on here? Oh, lane merge. I know what this is. This is classic AI merging. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. How did this get worse? How did it get worse? Why is none of the AI using the third lane? I just don't get it. You see that kind of thing in city skylines where you get these roads and there are so many lanes available, but the AI just doesn't route the vehicles down it. It's so frustrating. But that, I could have gone into the back of a whole lot of vehicles then. Just because they were busy merging into the middle lane. Anyway, I digress. I don't understand it, but let's just deal with it. Wow, look at that on the right there. Now that is a freight terminal. Oh, ninth gear. Bit of a struggle. Notice how the highway is so massively elevated up here. So we're kind of looking down on all the buildings. I often wonder about these designs, like how this came to be. It almost feels like that town was established quite a bit, and then they decided they needed a kind of a bypass. And in order to get over here, they had to elevate it. So, in my head I'm thinking, this road came after that town, and that's why it goes around it at an elevation. Because obviously as you get further away from the town, if you look, it goes up the hill. So logically speaking, that's, you know, what I expected is how that came to pass. Whereas if a motorway was there beforehand and the town came later, then, you know, it might be laid out differently. Don't half come up with some nonsense, don't I, eh? It's just weird, like when you play a game like, say, City Skylines, which is a kind of a SimCity type game, where you build, you construct things, you construct cities, you put the road systems in, you build the infrastructure effectively, you put the power lines in, the water in, you zone out where the houses are going to be. Once you play a game like that, you suddenly find yourself thinking about things like that. Whereas beforehand, this is just a road that you came down, and it has no other meaning. But once you've played a game like that, you start thinking, how did the elevation end up like this? How is it that one road goes underneath the other one? You look at the designs, and particularly you look at the junction designs. When one motorway meets another, or one massive road meets a motorway, and you start to think about the patterns that there are. Because inevitably, when you play a game like that, you end up doing it a lot. You know, you end up building a lot of these junctions. But if you don't play those games, it's of absolutely no interest whatsoever. Okay, I believe we're coming up. There's a Spanish flag down there, so I'm guessing after that toll, like I said, just before the border, as I predicted. There we go. We are about to enter España. And then we drop down. Reset my track AR slightly. Keep an eye on the speed. There we go. Right, this town is called... what does that say? Le Genoy? I can't read that. What does it say on the overhead? La Jonquera. Which we're not going that way, we're going this way to the toll booth. So it looks like the Spanish have got plenty of toll booths as well then. Obviously they've become popular. I guess it's a kind of a pay-as-you-use type thing, isn't it? Hello? Look at that. Go travel Spain. That is a absolutely perfect skin. I'm going to let him go. Absolutely perfect skin to see in Spain. I doubt that's the kind of thing that could be planted, because that is going to be... that's... because I'm using the Jazzycat trailer packs. So... and the Jazzycat bus pack. That's come out of the Jazzycat bus pack, so that's extremely fortunate that that thing has spawned here. Barcelona 147, not far away at all. Let's have a look outside. This thing's hauling pretty well, actually. All things considered. Don't feel like we're having to struggle. Apart from with the craziness of the AI. Let's get the revs up. Wow, the jump from 8 to 9, flipping heck. Yeah, look at this road here. This is like massively elevated road because it goes over the top of the other one, which goes down there. So it is just a massive bypass, this. Four lanes wide, plus, not only 4 lanes wide, 4 lanes plus a hard shoulder, as we call it. I don't know what they call it in other countries. We would call that hard shoulder. It's effectively an emergency lane, so if you break down, you pull over. But what's interesting about the UK roads is they're starting to, you know, use the emergency shoulder lane more and more. Like particularly on the M25, they've kind of, what they've done is put lights over the top. and made that lane optionally open to traffic. So if it's got like a red cross on it, then obviously you can't go in it. But other times they'll open it up to allow traffic to use the lane. Rather than just being a dead lane for like 99.9% of the time, they open it up for traffic to use. Which is probably a good idea, to be fair. But obviously it relies on the fact that if somebody breaks down, then the cameras that are pretty much all over the M25, to be honest, the cameras can actually spot that somebody's broken down and then close that lane off, because obviously if there's a broken down vehicle in that lane, well, you better stop traffic going down there, otherwise there's going to be a pretty nasty accident. Obviously when hard shoulders were first invented, when motorways were coming out, then, you know, cars were breaking down a lot more, and we didn't have the amount of surveillance that we've got now, so you couldn't... Oh crikey, are we going right or left? We're going this way, I think. We couldn't have done that kind of thing that we've done now, because we wouldn't have had the technology available. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Was that a clip box thing? Because, like, I don't look that close to the wall, though. I'm thinking the trailer box is wrong. Let me steer this way a little bit. Sometimes you get trailers like that where the bounding box around it is too big. And so... Oh my god, don't ram into me. This is turning out to be a bit of fun. So busy watching this AI. Oh my god, they've just hit each other. Carnage on the roundabout. And the coach is like, let me go, just let me go, thank you. Yeah, I was so busy watching these guys that I didn't pick up on the fact that I was cutting the... Because it's a big wide trailer, this thing. And I hit the roundabout with it. So I've probably damaged the trailer. Let me have a look. 1% damage, yeah. I'm going to get a bit of a penalty on that, which is fair enough. Because, well, it's not actually fair enough, because I think the first one was down to the bounding box on the trailer, which are often, as I was saying, a little bit too big. So when you look out the mirrors and stuff and you're relying on what you see, you're relying on the visuals, what you don't realise is there's a kind of a box defined around it that tells the game this is the collision zone, you know, this is the collision box. And if that collision box is bigger than the actual visible box that we can see, then things like that happen where you end up, you know, judging things to be quite close and they end up colliding with the scenery. Some of them can be very bad. And I really don't like trailer packs that are like that, because it's down to the trailer author to make sure that that bounding box is pretty accurate. Blimey, they like these little roundabouts, don't they? Over the roundabout. You hear that? That was the left axle coming up. Whoa, look at this. What is that? It's not like some kind of river that dried out or something. I wonder what the outside temperature is. Has this thing got a temperature? 25 Celsius. Kind of feel like in Spain it would be a lot warmer than that this time of year. Right lane. You see how easy it is though to get lost. Oh, this is a bit narrow. Good grief. This is not good. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Let me in, let me in, let me in. So the Barcelona that you're going to see anyway is, like I say, it's preview. It's not final release product, so you know, if you see any issues, then that's what it is. It's not quite released. They always fix things in the final stages and then they'll release it. So just bear that in mind. But when I took a journey around there, it was pretty fine. They're busy optimizing it right now, busy making it so that the frame rates are there. Which is hardly surprising when you see the level of complexity on the scenery. It's just amazing. Right, how far have we got? 29 kilometers to the destination, which is then on the northern part of Barcelona. So then we'll take a little drive into Barcelona itself. I can see a toll booth coming up. Apparently the road signs in Spain are... Having spoken to the people at ProMods, the road signs in Spain rank as some of the most inconsistent, like, of all the countries. So apparently Italy has the worst, but Barcelona's up there. Sorry, Spain's up there with having some of the most annoying signs. As in, they're just not that consistent. I would like to use Burgedal, please. Look at the PayPal time. Burgedal. Make sure nobody's going down that lane. Okay, we're good. We are good. So I think from this point onwards, this is stuff that you've probably never seen before. So I might need to drop down a little gear here. That's better. Engine was starting to labour a little bit. Skyscraper in the distance there, you see it? Barcelona. Okay. Just need to keep an eye out on our turn-off point because there's a lot of road networks around Barcelona, and I don't want to get lost. Look at those buildings, look at that. Like really old, run-down kind of apartment blocks. Yeah, look at the road system now. Look at this. This is fierce. We are going this way, I believe. Slow down a little bit. That's a bit too fast. I mean, when you play an American Truck Sim and you get these nice wide off ramps, and then you come back to Euro Truck and you get these horrible tiny little ramps. Particularly when you're driving with trailers like I've got today. But there's quite a few of these kind of things around Barcelona, I noticed. I'm bound to get stuck coming up here, you watch. My trailer is like almost hitting, look at it in the mirror. It's almost hitting the crash barrier. Ouch! That's the truck. I was pushing the boat a bit too much. Clear. No, not again! Are you serious? I thought I was miles over. No! I think I got that hit by the same problem. You know what I think it is? I think it's at the back though. It's definitely a trailer thing. I'm pretty certain that the box on the right side sticks out too much. That's probably damaged things a little bit. Yep, 2% damage on both now. GG. It's coming out of my pay packet. Right, let me stay away from that wall because I don't want to hit anything else. That is an imposing wall. Look at it. It comes right up to the lane. Flipping heck. Palm trees. Sunny Barcelona. Right, I think our drop-off point is near. Probably this construction yard. Oh no, look at this! This is not good. Ouch, it did it again. Oh my god, I hit the green sign! That was my bad. That was 100% my bad. Oh, wrong button. For some reason I thought the green signs were like not clippable. Oh, how wrong I was. Yeah, that was my bad, that one. I'm not going to get paid at this rate. Now that building, I'm pretty certain, is in Barcelona. Stay on green. Thank you. Okay, straight down here somewhere. Now look at the detail, guys. Look at this. Everywhere you look is detail. From the bins on the roads, to the cracks, to the dumpsters here. Just look over the road, that construction yard. Did you see the detail there? You're probably seeing a bit of a frame drop at this point because A, there's a lot of stuff going on. B, this is not optimized yet. And C, I'm recording, so I'm losing frames just from recording, but don't worry, it will get optimized before it's released. They've got a bit of work ahead and they know it. Watch the bikes. I believe, yep, there's a delivery there. Uh-oh. Did I hit that guy? This might, like, if you think about it, when I did the Iceland one, I didn't have a single collision. I think I've had them up to about 4 now. No, come on. Let me have a quick look while we're waiting. Oh my god, look at that. I've got to turn, I'm going to have to go all the way to the left and then turn in. I'm going to have to wait for this car to move. It's a posh Merc. And hope that the Volvo behind me doesn't try to nip in. This is not going to be easy. Please, Volvo, don't cut me off. This is not fun. That trailer is probably going to hit that guy. Yep. Yep. Somehow I knew that was going to happen. See, I think really you should be coming at this from the opposite side of the road. You know, that is a... and that sign's in the wrong place. That is a fierce turn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So right now, I'm going to have to go all the way over here. Push him out the way. Don't even care about him anymore. And then come this way. And then hope the AI is not on the right. And going like that. And hopefully... it would help if that wasn't there. There we go. It's not there anymore. Hopefully that'll get us through. There we go. That was fun and games. I suspect they'll move that sign. It's clearly in the wrong position. Now it's to get this thing reversed in. Right, so have we got enough room that side? We have indeed. What? Ready for unloading? In that position? Did I just see that? Okay. Well, if that's how you want it, who am I to argue? Let's have a look at the damage. Good work. Okay, it's not so bad then. Damage penalty, 3.4%. I mean, 3.4%, 1800 is... just look at the high value cargo bonus. That basically more or less wipes that out. And then the urgence on top and the proficiency bonus level 54, that's massive. I don't quite understand the proficiency bonus, if I'm honest with you. Like, surely it doesn't matter how skilled I am as a driver. It should matter on what I do on the day. It's like saying, oh, I've been driving for 20 years. It's like, okay. Let's see how you do on the journey. If you mess it up, you definitely shouldn't get a bonus, and I pretty much messed that one up. Stay there, pal. Right, let's take a little journey. Let me bring the map up here. I want to show you a bit of Barcelona now. We'll go down to... we'll go here first. So I think... Can we get off there? Do we have to go that way? I think the road's slightly broken here, I'm not sure. Okay, we'll go there, and then we'll go down to here. And then we'll go all around here. To there. And then finally to here. I'll show you a bit of Barcelona. Okay, let me see the sat nav, then I know where I'm going. So just look out the window and pay attention to what's going on, because the detail is pretty exquisite, if I'm honest. Now the frame rate's a lot higher here. There was a little bit back there where the frame rate was tanked a little bit. It does vary from place to place, and that's where the optimizations need to be made. But here you go, look on the right. Look at all that detail on the ground. Just for no reason, like that doesn't need to be there. You didn't have to put that in. But now look at this area, this cargo area. Look at this. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's so believable as a dockyard, as a cargo hub. When you look down into the yard there, there's just trailers, trucks, cars, like just things lying around, you know, just like a dockyard is, just stuff everywhere. Turn left at the bottom here. Is it here? Or the next one? Next one. Like I say, this took one guy a year to build. Look at the crushed trailers in the yard there. Scanias, DAFs, everything. Everything that you see had to be put there. That's the thing to remember about this. Never mind just dreaming up the design. Blown up trailer. What if I told you... What if I told you that the guy that did this was 13 years old when he started it, and he's now 14? What if I told you a 14-year-old did this? Took him a year, and he built Barcelona. And now it's going to be part of the next ProMods update in 2.1. When I heard that, I was like, are you joking me? Take a look at this car park. I've never seen a car park like this in Eurotruck. I did wonder if that was the cause of the frame rate, but apparently it's not. There's other stuff that needs just moving out to get the good frame rate back. Look at that ship. The detail on that. Yeah, 14 years old. Unbelievable. I think STS should speak to the guy. I love it when you see buildings like that. You know, like stuff that's under construction. So look at that frame rate now. We've just gone from like... We've just doubled our frame rate just coming down to the border here. Then when you look back it goes down again. Because the optimization needs to happen over there. But that's what the beta's for. That's the whole point. Now I've been to Barcelona, and my first memory of Barcelona was when I pulled in. I was on a cruise ship and we pulled into port at 5:30 AM and it was August, so it was very warm. And as we pulled in to the dock, there were just like the sun was just starting to come up over the horizon, and the city felt like it was just kind of waking up. There's a beautiful kind of orange sunrise coming in, and it was still quite cool. It wasn't, the sun hadn't come out properly, so it was still quite cool. And the shadows were long as they were cast over the city, and it just looked amazing. I do like Barcelona. If you ever get a chance to go there, I suggest you do, because it's a lovely city. This bit here, look at this. Like with the whole junction is under construction, and there's like a... That there, you can see the road ahead, above us. Apparently is a end-of-line sort of tube station being built, like an overground. Like the local subway that goes overhead and terminates here. That's what that is, apparently. Am I going the right way? I was going to go that way, wasn't I? I think I went the wrong way. I should have gone straight on at that point. Oh well, never mind. Let's go this way and see where it takes us. But this is great. It's like it's all under construction. Volvo dealer in Barcelona, apparently. You know what? I'm actually on the wrong side of the road. How did I come to go down here? That's amazing. That's actually amazing. Wrong way of fence. Brilliant. Another one? Okay, let me nip over the road here and get back on the right side. A bit cheeky. I was driving down there looking at the scenery and thinking, this doesn't feel right. Pull in here before I do more damage. Well, that is Barcelona. Very, very quick tour of Barcelona. Let's kill the lights. Engine. Coming in ProMods 2.1, not available yet, and early access And as I said, it's been optimized, so don't judge it yet. It's not been... All maps have to be optimized to make sure the frame rates are there. And this is no exception. But the detail's incredible, isn't it? Beautiful. Like I say, a 14-year-old. Like, unreal. That's it for this video, though. Thank you again to the ProMods team for letting me show you that. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Happy trucking.